When we started, I think it's fair to say that this market didn't know what a New York investment banking firm was.
I guess the highlight, in a sense, was starting an office from zero, introducing a foreign bank into a new country.
Representing Wall Street in this country for the first time.
Remember, there were no emails, no texts, no faxes. We used to write letters back and forward to Switzerland.
We were careful enough about our costs that regular phone calls were also seen to be avoided.
Most of the ideal clients that we were shooting for had not heard of Credit Suisse.
I'll never forget what was then the largest company in the country across the street to come to my little office to say, we are on the verge of a major acquisition, a major international acquisition, and we would like your firm to be involved in the financing of this acquisition.
The market leader and an organisation that was changing the way Australia's capital markets work, that was bringing in a new class of shareholders, public shareholders into these companies and assisting in a more efficient economy.
We were essentially like an arm of his business, and he used to call it the smarts, the brains and the brawn.
Really being able to deliver the firm when often other firms couldn't.
We've been so lucky in this organisation in Australia to work on landmark transactions that have really changed the Australian financial landscape.
We started the private bank in 2007, and over the last 12 years we've seen the most extraordinary growth in the business. We differentiated ourselves early on, offering multi-asset class portfolios and access for our clients to the best research investment ideas that Credit Suisse has got globally. This has meant that we've become the biggest private bank in Australia, and the opportunities moving forward are enormous for us.
Our clients want the best of the global Credit Suisse when we deliver to them. It doesn't matter what part of the organisation you're in, whether you're in the investment banking side, they want to know what the best in the world is doing in their industry. On the private banking side, they want to see global ideas. In the equities business, they want to understand, well, what's the comparison to the company that trades in New York or London or in Hong Kong? It's critical.
Look, the business is uniquely placed with great reputation and great momentum in the market, as well as enjoying a tremendous client base and a wonderful group of employees.
But the GFC created challenges for all banks, not only investment banks, but the retail banks, US banks, the crisis of funding of the US mortgage market. And it threw up opportunities.
And so the investment banks really had to recover their reputations, which is never easy to do. And I feel that Credit Suisse never had to do that, never had to recover its reputation, because it always maintained a good reputation all the way through.
The team was always very focused on creating really trusted long-term client relationships.
We did what we said we would do. We developed relationships, close personal relationships with the key people in these companies.
And that led to decade-long friendships that still exist today.
There's a school of thought in the investment banking business, particularly in the heady days, I recall, of the 80s, where the sharpest pencil got the business. Well, in fact, if everybody is more or less equally sharp, something else has to be measured. And relationships are everything.
In a good market, you can get brawn pretty much anywhere. In a bad market, it's much harder to find. And one of the things that I was proud of is at CS we could deliver the brawn in the bad markets as well as in the good markets and in the tough times when our clients really need it and really valued it.
All of those things were fantastic. But ultimately, any organisation is about the people, and I've got a lot of very special lifelong friendships that have come out of the organisation and great memories too.
The people at Credit Suisse were smart, cutting edge, thorough, and had a huge passion for everything they did.
There's been this amazing diaspora, if you like, of people from Credit Suisse First Boston to leadership roles in business and finance and politics and all sorts of walks of life in Australia. It's been fantastic to see.
I think it was ambitious and dedicated.
We had good skills, good culture, good teamwork, We had a respectful culture and it was fun. People enjoyed working with each other and that made it a very special place.
And I think there was a good sense of fun. No one took themselves too seriously.
I like to think some of the things we did have been helpful to where this group is in this country today.
More than anything, I think the getting that culture right was the fundamental element to it. And
I think Credit Suisse has flourished because it's had a collaborative approach within Australia.
Ambitious and dedicated.
The expertise,
Integrity,
Relationships,
Exciting.
clients first.
serious hard work,
communication,
The brains and the brawn.
Creating really trusted long-term client relationships.
We see an enormous array of opportunities for our clients, both domestically and globally, and we very much look forward to another 50 years of great success in Australia.